Welcome back to the Intersint podcast. This is episode 47, and I am broken.
Why are you broken? First of all, that was the most unenthusiastic intro we've ever had.
Can you blame me?
Why are you broken?
Today is supposed to be my rest day, but my sister-in-law texted, and she's like, you want to work out? I'm like, we've been wanting to hang out for like the longest time. And either one of us has just been putting it off just because of life.
Because of life.
This is the only time where I'm like, I don't have much going on. And I want to do this before I get busy for the next 2 months. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. And she's like, do you want to work out? I'm like, sure.
But it's my rest day.
But it's my rest day. So I went over and we just like hung out for a bit. She got a new puppy, so I was like playing around with her too.
Wait, is this a new puppy other than the one I already knew about?
No, you knew about this.
Oh, okay.
They don't know about this. I wasn't expecting, because like in my head, I'm like, okay, it's my rest day. I'll like take it slow because I don't need to like go as hard. And then she's like, let's do weights. I'm like, sure. So I spent about an hour and a half working out with her, like just doing weights. I haven't done weights in about a year and a half.
Yeah, really. You always told me how you would do weights and like listen to podcasts like that are funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's such a bad combination to be working with weights above your head and then laughing out of nowhere because you're listening to something.
To be fair, it's because I was doing because I have weights at home because I got some during COVID quarantine. So for me, it's not like the heavy machine or machine equipment that is in a industrial gym.
Right, but it's still heavy objects above your head.
True, but I feel like I have more control over that.
And knowing you and how you don't grip things easily and you drop things a lot.
I haven't dropped anything on my head. I was probably dropped on my head. We don't know. So I went over this morning. I forgot to eat. So I've been hungry all day.
How do you forget to eat?
Because I thought I was going to be home earlier. Like I was going to bring a snack with me and I forgot my snack at home.
Oh no.
Sometimes I feel like I'm intruding when I'm going over a person's house for the first time.
Why? What?
Like if they offer me like food or anything, I'm like, I don't want to bother you by like you giving me food.
But if they're offering, that's a invitation. Like, here, you're getting free food.
Yeah, but
take it.
But then it's like an inconvenience to them to provide me food when I should have eaten.
I would take it.
I know you would.
If you're gonna offer, then yes, I want food.
Which I'm used to like fasted workouts too. So it's not like that was a huge deal. I just didn't realize how hungry I was until I got home and ate. I'm like, oh.
Just devoured everything.
I'm still very hungry. Like I have a bar of chocolate on my desk right now. I'm like, can I just nibble on that?
Just halfway through the podcast, you're gonna hear rustling of paper.
Just crunching sounds.
Are you eating? No.
I say with my mouth half full.
We did a hike. I can't recall which one it was. It may have been the time we got the hot chocolate and the lady asked us if we wanted it hot.
Oh, yeah?
We didn't go out for food afterwards.
No.
And I remember getting home. The first thing I did was I threw in, do you know the Trader Joe's spiral cheese-filled dough that they have? Spanakopita?
Spanakopita?
I threw that in the oven, cooked that up, and I was eating that. And then while that was cooking, I'm also munching down like on chips and like other snacks I have in the fridge.
that was me with this morning, or like just an hour ago. I was making breakfast, well, lunch now. But then at the same time, I took a slice of bread from the fridge too and just started eating that as my food was like warming up.
The amount of times I have something going for dinner or lunch or something, and while that's cooking, I'm also eating a snack because I'm hungry and I don't want to wait.
We have no self-control.
This is why we can't buy snacks. We can't.
No, I have like a huge thing of snacks in the corner of my room right now.
Oh, really?
Okay, to be fair, it's like pre-packaged into little bags. But I'm just like looking at the corner of my eye right now. I'm like, can I just go over there and grab that too?
That bag of popcorn I got whenever I was with you, I think you bought the same bag or something.
Yeah, I went the next week and bought the same bag.
That was gone immediately.
I figured.
I was just like, again, while dinner was cooking, I was in there like handfuls of popcorn going into my mouth.
You ate that in one sitting?
Not in one sitting, but it was over a couple days.
I still have about like a fifth of the bag left.
Okay, I need to ask it then, because this is a conversation that happens a lot in my life.
Okay.
You buy a bag of chips. Let's say, do you like kettle chips? What's your favorite chip?
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Back on this again. So you buy a bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos. How long does that last you?
Well, back in the day before I used to work out when I was fat, it would last, 3 hours?
Okay.
I would sit down with a TV show, binge watch a TV show, and just finish an entire bag of chips.
What about today?
Maybe 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
I'll like portion it out based off the serving size on the back of the bag. Because I know myself, and if I open that bag, and if that bag is sitting next to me, it's gone in like an hour.
Yep. And that's how I am today. It's why I can't buy chips. I can't have snacks like that, because even back in the day, I would devour an entire bag of chips in one sitting. Today, devour an entire bag of chips in one sitting.
Yep.
Like we were talking about it at work, and there's one girl who's like, I still have the same bag of chips from like 2 months ago that I still just nibble on. And like another guy and I were like, how? Like, I'll be lucky if it lasts me 5 hours, let alone 2 months.
When did I buy this bag of popcorn?
Probably
When did you buy yours?
couple weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
I'm going to say 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So that bag has been sitting there for 3 weeks now.
That's insane to me.
See, so, because like, does portioning not work for you?
I don't portion, so no.
Because I feel like you'd benefit from that if like, because you have the kitchen scale, so why not just portion out your snacks?
Because I just want the snack.
Yeah.
I'm going back to where I was prior to doing all the dieting and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Just buying an entire bag and it's gone that day. And then I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have bought the bag. And then I hate myself.
Then I hate myself. That's me, regardless of buying snacks or not.
Well, okay. So with the portioning out thing, I specifically remember like back whenever I was like counting all the stuff I'm eating. Remember I showed you the Ben & Jerry's cookie dough bag you can buy?
Yes.
So I would buy that all the time. And I'd look at the thing and I'd be like, okay, what's the weight or what's the serving size?
Mm-hmm.
Throw it on the scale and it's like 3 pieces. And I'm like, this is miserable. And I just want the entire bag. Same goes for chips. I'll put the amount of chips into a bowl, weigh it out, and I'm just not happy with that. Like, I'll get through it and I'm like, but that wasn't enough. I want more snacks now.
See, I've done that and I'm pretty used to it now, which is why it still works for me. Because I'll like put a bowl on the scale and like weigh out the serving size, and I'm fine with it.
I think I'm just entering my fat ass mode again.
Yeah, we need to get you out of that.
I'm just resisting buying things that I know I don't need.
You don't need it, but if it makes you happy, you should indulge once in a while.
There's the problem, is the once in a while part. I finished buying the popcorn, or I finished up the popcorn bag.
Mm-hmm.
The next weekend, I bought a bag of chips. And
which
it was like
ones?
It was the Ruffles, just like the salt Ruffles from Trader Joe's.
Oh,
like
okay.
the Ridge.
The crinkle cut,
Yeah, crinkle cut, that's it. It was gone before the weekend was over. They were so good.
Wow.
Aside from ice cream, chips are a huge weakness for me. And like, pretzels. And chocolate.
So that's the whole point of like a cheat day too. Like you indulge yourself once a week so that you don't go overboard on the snacking.
You've seen my cheat days.
I have, but you shouldn't restrict yourself either, because then it's just going to make it worse.
Nah, it'll be fine. Like we talked about last week, everything just works out at the end.
For you, yes. I'll leave it at that. Anyways, so as I'm driving home, we were on a call, just trying to come up with like a schedule for when we can record for today. And as I'm driving home, all I see are these Teslas like weaving in and out of traffic, and I'm like, I'm scared right now.
Like we said, Teslas are the new BMWs.
They are, but there's a very specific reason why as to I was frightened on the drive home.
Okay.
A couple days ago in San Francisco on the Bay Bridge, there was a Tesla that was in self-driving mode that took itself off self-driving mode. Stopped in the middle of the
self-aware car. So I don't want to do this anymore.
Pretty much. It stopped in the middle of the tunnel that happens before the bridge starts.
I don't know what the Bay Bridge is.
I'm picturing the old design of the Bay Bridge. Best bridge, in my opinion. Chef's kiss of a bridge.
S-tier bridge construction.
S-tier bridge right there.
That's a good bridge.
And that's a beautiful bridge.
Anytime you say bridge in San Francisco, I just think Golden Gate. That's the only one.
That's also a pretty bridge. Okay, so this is what... Anyways, I want to give you a reference. This is what the Bay Bridge used to look like.
Okay. Looks like a bridge.
This is what it looks like now. So right before you get onto this ramp, there's a tunnel that you have to go through right before it.
Okay.
That Tesla stopped right... I don't know if you've seen the video, because there is a video.
No, I didn't see the video.
So it basically stops itself in the middle of traffic and 9 cars just slam into it. Along with a 2-year-old child in one of those cars.
Jeez.
I'm just like, yeah, I need to start staying away from these Teslas now because I will never know if it's a driver actually driving the car or if it's in self-driving mode.
Oh yeah, that goes back to like all the stories of the self-driving mode of the Tesla not knowing which lane to be in and like getting confused with an exit lane and then crashing into the concrete divider because of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my car has those features too of like it'll detect like what I'm doing and like what street I'm on. So it'll tell me like the speed limit.
Oh, okay. That's kind of scary, but okay.
It's wrong.
Oh.
Almost 89% of the time it's wrong. It cannot tell the difference between a crack in the road and a lane. So even if I'm like by your place, there's a lot of like cracks in the road where they've like filled out, right?
And crackheads in the road, yeah.
Yes. Anytime I drive on that road, I don't pay attention to the car, whatever the car is telling me, because I know where the lane is.
Yeah.
I'm in my lane. It'll detect like the little like filling that is as a lane. Yeah. And I'll start beeping at me and I'm like, shut up. I know it's not a lane. So I don't trust cars to self-drive.
No, and this goes back to what we just talked about not too long ago of like living in future times with the technology just does not work at all.
Mm-mm.
And that's too, like how we're consistently being promised self-driving. Oh, you can just jump in your car and it will do all the work for you.
Yeah.
I don't see how we're going to get there anytime in our lifetime.
Exactly. But this person, this 66-year-old, was charged with vehicular manslaughter because a person did die. Well, a person and a dog died.
Yeah.
Reckless driving causing injury, felony vandalism, and speeding.
Remember back when the Teslas first came out and Elon was like, oh, any speeding ticket or anything you get whenever you're in self-driving mode, Tesla will take care of.
That's not going to happen. Fuck that.
I would love this under this, like, here you go. There's one you gotta take care of.
This one is on you.
I've seen videos of the self-driving, like people like, oh, we're gonna test full self-driving today.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stupid Tesla influencers.
Yeah.
The car just fucking blows through stop signs, almost gets like into wrecks nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yeah, you're completely right to be afraid of these things on the road nowadays.
Yeah, really. And like now I'm glad I have a dash cam installed.
Yes.
Because that will very much help me in trying to sue whoever injures me. But like, it's not the first time this has happened, though. Like, we've been hearing about self-driving crashes ever since Tesla came out with it.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to get better.
No. Why would it? Because whoever it is benefiting off these crashes happening.
Pull out your phone and take a look at something around you through the phone camera.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on a very bright sunny day and you're trying to see, your phone camera can't see like our eyes can. So like,
exactly.
And now imagine those cameras on a car that's just blinded worse than human is blinded.
So unless they like figure out some sort of like upgraded technology where like sun and weather and everything doesn't affect the cameras, then we'll talk.
Yeah, like very snowy days too.
Yeah,
whenever like the snow is blowing at you and you can't see anything. Like
exactly.
How's a computer going to handle that situation?
Exactly.
Just like, all right, we're going to turn here, and you just like cream off of a bridge and like go down.
Bye.
I used to think the whole self-driving car thing was amazing back whenever like the idea of it was out.
Yeah, same. Like I was like, oh, this is a really good idea.
Yeah.
No.
Not understanding the logistics behind it. You're like, oh yeah, this doesn't work at all.
No. I don't know. I feel like we're giving technology a lot more of a... We're trusting it a lot more than we need to.
How so?
Like with this, and then like with anything new that comes out, everyone just gravitates towards it so much without even like really doing their own research. And then when it like fails inevitably, it's like...
But the majority of these people are the ones who warned us not to believe everything you see on the internet. Like,
I guess,
do your own research and do this, and then this shit comes out and they're like, oh, this is great, and then they just go and do it. Like,
and they go buy it.
Follow your own words.
Honestly.
It's a problem. Especially with now Elon being in the office. And I'm just like, how much is this going to fuck up the rest of the automotive industry? Because he could easily just put rules into place that make Teslas the only thing you can buy somehow.
I mean, the majority of the FAA got fired, and now Elon's like, let's put SpaceX engineers in their place. So it's kind of already starting to happen.
Is this why all the planes are going down?
Probably.
I'm just like, it's going to be to the point where like no one does anything anymore because the new team has fucked up the world so much that we're just like, well, this is going to take 100 more years to fix again.
That's like with the whole Doge thing. Like I was watching a Legal Eagle video of like, what do they actually do? After finishing that video, I'm like, so they really just do nothing but think they control the government now.
Yep, pretty much.
Wonderful.
You have a billionaire in there what is it called?
Conflict of interest.
Yes, thank you. So there's a huge conflict of interest right now with the government.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how is this even allowed in the first place? I don't know. I don't think it is, but somehow it's just, they're doing it.
And I'll send you the Legal Eagle video, but it went more in depth of like how the legalities behind it, which is legal in a sense to have somebody in there advising you, but that's all they can do is advise. But with Elon calling the shots here, it's like he's not allowed to do that. But then technically he is, as long as they call themselves advisors.
This is all fucked up.
Yeah. You know what is really funny though? I don't know if you've seen the video of his kid when he was doing the press conference.
No, I don't see anything anymore. I avoid it like the plague.
Yeah. The only reason I know about this is because either people from work or I see it like online. But I think Trump and Elon were doing like a press conference and Elon had his kid, X whatever the fuck his name is. 12.
At symbol.
Some child. Yeah. He was there playing around and like Elon's trying to get him to like calm down and whatever. The kid goes to Trump and goes, I forget what it was exactly. It's something along the lines of, I want you to shut your fucking mouth. He didn't say that. He like mouths it. But people who understand lip reading were like, oh, this is what he said. Which is absolutely fucking hilarious. I love that. Go kid.
I stumbled down that rabbit hole of people who can read lips.
Mm-hmm.
It is so entertaining. Like, I want to send them all these videos of like, oh, what are these people saying? It makes me want to learn that skill too.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of can. Very, very minimally.
Now I want to put this needs to be a supplemental where we try to...
Ooh, we should make a game.
Have you seen that trend of people doing that?
No.
One person wears noise-canceling headphones, the other person...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's play that. We should do that.
See how good you actually are at this.
Can we do that? Let's do that.
We need to get noise-canceling headphones first.
I have some.
Do you?
Yeah. My AirPods, and some other Sony ones.
Oh yeah, I guess they don't need to be noise-canceling. We just need to turn up the noise.
Yeah, or just play music.
Music, yeah.
Yeah.
Just listen to death metal or something over top.
Just listen to Noctilus. They're loud enough.
All the junting.
Junt.
I'm talking about all this about how much Elon's fucking up the White House.
Mm-hmm.
You sent me this thing about how he's wanting people to explain what they do at their work.
In the week. Yeah, so basically, Elon sent an email to all, looks like, all federal employees, including the FBI, quote unquote, please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullet points of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager.
Could you imagine if this was sent to us?
I'd be like, fuck you, and then just walk out.
I would just send like 20 bullet points, but none of them actually are anything I do. It's just made up bullshit for every single line. We used to do this, remember, at the job we worked at together? And we had that one accountant, I think was what she did. And she really wanted us to do like the pet of the week.
Oh, God.
So we were sending fake pets with like fake descriptions and fake names.
I remember that.
The one guy sent like gerbils with like in tuxedos and stuff.
Wait, who? This will be cut out. Who? Oh yeah.
And she's like, how did you get him into the tux? That's so cool. And like would send out the email to everyone. I really wanted to like send a picture of an alligator and be like, and this is Toothy.
Toothy. This is toothless.
Toothless. That's what I would do in this situation too.
Oh yeah. Either that or just completely ignore it.
Oh, 100%. Like, first of all, it sucks because I do have friends who work in like government positions.
Oh, okay.
And they're constantly worried every single day of if they're going to lose their job, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So then I read stuff like this and I'm just like, at this point, no one reply to the email. Everyone get fired. And then let's see how well you guys run this thing whenever you don't have the people you need.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, that's bad because then they'll just put people they want in those positions.
Oh, true. Elon will just put whoever he wants.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Yeah. But I was scrolling Twitter this morning of like, and I saw this one tweet. It was like, my neighbor who worked for the USDA. Yeah, USDA for the past 12 years just got fired. I'm glad and I'm very happy for him and his family. Maybe he'll finally take that Trump flag that he's been flying for the past 5 years down. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you guys voted for this, so.
Exactly, yeah. But I was going to say, for your friends who work for the government, you should ask them if they got that email.
I don't know when this email went out.
Last week, I guess, it sounds like.
Well, then they probably didn't, because if they did, I would have been told about it.
Okay. But still, you should ask.
Yeah, I will. Follow up.
Yeah. But it's basically saying, like, now these federal employees are, like, worried that failure to answer that question will be taken as a resignation.
What a bullshit thing to, like, this is how how we talked about him cheating at video games. You can tell he has no clue how business works. Like, let me know what you did last week, and this will determine if you're good enough for your job. Like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, really. I mean, like, he can't force federal employees to resign.
No.
At all. Like, he has no leverage.
He has no power.
But he thinks he does.
Yeah, he thinks he has all the power in the world. Which, I'm surprised you still use Twitter.
I've never updated it to X. To me, it'll always be Twitter. To me, it will always be the Bluebird.
Wait, so you still have the old app?
I still have the old. I never updated. I will not be caught with X on my phone.
You never update really any of your apps. I remember this one game you were playing and you were showing me like the apps and whatnot, and the icon was like 4 updates back and that you still had for this game.
The game still works.
Which is crazy that they do that. I thought like you had to update it for it to work.
Good for me.
But still, like, just in general, like, I'm surprised you still use Twitter. Because from everything I hear, it's just like a cesspool of terrible people now.
It's a shit show. It's a shit show, but if you've known me by now, I live for shit shows. I live for drama. If it's not involving me or my friends or people, I won't subject myself to it. I just love hearing other people's shit.
You sit on the sidelines eating your popcorn, watching it happen.
Yes, I'm that person. Yes.
For me, it just makes me too mad. I don't want it to ruin my day just by reading stuff like that.
For me, I think I just don't care. Because it's not my life. It's not affecting me. Anyways, before we move on though, Elon posted a follow-up tweet, X post. I don't know what you would call it now. A message on X saying, to be clear, the bar is very low here. An email with some bullet points that make any sense at all is acceptable. Should take less than 5 minutes to write.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I was saying too, of like, I would just make up shit for 20 lines.
Oh, yeah.
You wanted 5, here's 20. I went above and beyond, and none of it is actually what I do.
Please.
I scrolled TikTok for 5 hours.
Retweeted 5 of Elon Musk's posts.
Prayed to his statue every night. Stroke that ego. But yeah, there's a story that came up a few years back.
Okay.
And it's kind of like this, I think, the foundation of when we were like, hey, we need to start a podcast.
Oh, okay.
And that is when, I think it was in Australia, a guy got swallowed by a whale.
Oh, I remember that. I think he was like in there for like what? A couple hours?
I don't think it was that long. It was pretty short, I think.
Minutes?
Yeah, like he was taken, and then the whale was like, oh, this isn't supposed to be in my mouth, and then spit him out.
Spit him out. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
So it was like from that day on, we were like, oh, we should like do a show where we make fun of the news.
That and the whole Suez Canal thing. Like those two events were just peak humor. Like we were at that point mentally where anything like that was just absolutely hilarious.
Oh, it was. And then aside from the Suez thing is like, then you had that semi truck who also blocked stuff from the same company.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, this company cannot catch a break with their vehicles blocking.
And then like 2 months later, like another one of their ships got stuck.
Yeah. Wonder what they're doing now. But then it comes up again where just recently a guy in Chile got swallowed by a whale.
I remember seeing this online.
Oh, do you do?
I saw the video, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a video.
There was a video of him being swallowed. He was like kayaking. The whale comes up, swallows him, and he's gone. And the dad is there filming.
Oh my god, I just saw the video.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is so terrifying.
Seconds later, gets spit back out.
He is just like there's him and there's this rat just popping out, and now he's like swimming for his life.
Oh, could you imagine if he had a GoPro on?
I'm glad the other guy did to see this angle from it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was his dad because they were both kayaking together.
This is insanity. This makes me so much more terrified of the water.
You will never step foot in any body of water ever again.
Yeah, anything that my feet can't touch the ground, no thank you.
As long as the ground is solid, you are fine.
Like, this guy's just like paddling along, and then, like you said, like the Jaws movie poster, the whale just comes up and just grabs him.
Yep. And then, like you said before, like the whale thought like, oh, this isn't supposed to be in my mouth. Seconds later, spits him back out.
What would you do? Like, okay, you're in Hawaii surfing.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, you're in a whale's mouth. What are you doing?
Pray to God. You did it once before, God. You can do it again.
For me, I'm throwing punches. I am immediately throwing fists and like punching them.
Poor whale. He doesn't mean to hurt you. He doesn't know.
I'm getting out of there. And if punching the inside of its mouth is going to get me out of that whale's mouth.
You're going to beat that whale up?
Yes.
It's a whale.
Imagine just fighting the tongue. Like, their tongues are huge, and like you're just punching this like meat sack of their tongue.
You're evil.
I am surviving. I'm getting out of that.
That whale will spit you out. Humans have a distinct taste to whales that they don't like, so they will be spit out.
With my luck, I'd get the one whale who's like, "Oh, this tastes interesting," trying to swallow me, and I'm like, I starfish and like open up my arms and legs and like block from their esophagus and punch the dangly thing at the back of their throat if they have one.
The dangly thing.
Gotta make you throw me up. What do I push to make you throw up?
Where's the button?
Okay, let's say like the whale does swallow you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do at that point?
You already asked me that.
No, like actually down the esophagus. You're now in the stomach. Because the mouth, yeah, you can try to like get out of there. But
I mean, if it's in the esophagus, you cannot get out.
Would you at least fight your way? Would you start punching when you're at that point?
Sure. Why not?
If I had a knife, that's where I'm just like chink and just like stabbing from the inside out. At that point, you're already going to be digested.
Exactly. So then why kill it?
To get out.
It'll poop you out.
And you will be dead. It's not you're going to come out and like, oh, I'm finally free. No, you're done at that point.
Yeah, but then if you kill it, then you're in the esophagus. It's not going to throw you up. It's just going to die.
Yeah, you cut your way out.
With you inside.
No, you cut your way out. Like you're in a jungle cutting through the bushes and then you peel it out and then climb out the side. That's how you do it.
Do you know how many layers of fat you'd have to cut through?
Probably a lot. You have time. You're in a whale.
Do you? Do you have time? Do you have time where it just either floats there or sinks down to the bottom of the ocean?
That's the point where I'd be very scared about is like, I have this whole miraculous plan of, I'm going to stab my way out of a whale. I'm sitting there like stabbing. Get out, and then here we're like thousands of feet under the water and I just die from implosion because of the pressure. Yeah. That didn't go as planned.
Oops.
Oh man. I wish I didn't watch that video.
Yeah, but then again, it's like the odds of that ever happening to people is very low.
Apparently not, because it's happened twice within the last, 2 years, 3 years? That's been recorded. Who knows how many times it's been that it hasn't been recorded?
I guess, yeah. But well, speaking of the whole implosion thing, you know they're making a movie of the whole Titan submersible, right?
Oh, yeah.
I want to see that.
Right after that whole thing happened, they were like, oh, there's going to be a movie now. Like, I don't even know what that movie's going to be.
Probably like a documentary, I feel like.
It would have to be. We all know how it ends. I still can't believe that even happened.
Yeah. I can't believe that they still want to go and do it again.
Wait, what?
The surviving co-founder of the company wants to go out and do it again.
Oh my god. You're going to get no one to ride that with you.
No, you're going to have to do that on your own.
Yeah. We've all been witness to what happens with your company. The fact that anyone's allowing you to do this a second time is insanity.
He's like, this time we won't be using a controller bought from like a Walmart for it.
Oh, that was the problem. The controller was the problem.
Yeah. That was a big problem.
It will forever confuse me how they decided to go with Bluetooth controllers when the hardwired version is there to buy.
Not even that. Why? You have the money. You developed this thing to go underwater. Develop the controller for it too. Why go out to a Best Buy or a Walmart and buy like a $5 controller that you play games with?
Well, I mean, that's essentially what they do for, well, I guess they do have custom ones for the drone races and stuff.
What?
You know, the little zippy things.
Yes. I just didn't know there were custom controllers for it. I always thought that it's just the controller that it comes with. That's what you race it with. Oh,
no. They like... I think whenever you get into like the competitive side of it, shit gets very insane with the controllers that they have. I would love to see someone show up with like just an Xbox controller to one of those things. It goes back to the whole thing I talked about before of like, I've always wanted to build a Battlebot.
Oh yeah, I remember when you wouldn't shut up about that.
I'd send you videos of like, you need to check out this fight. It's insane.
Every other day or every other week or whenever you'd find a video of a Battlebot, you'd send it to me at work and I'm just like, cool. And I never would watch it.
Well, you never watched it?
Half the things you've sent me on my email, I never watched.
Wow.
I'm not like you. I wasn't a lazy dumbass who would forget projects.
I wasn't lazy. I just didn't have a lot to do.
You were lazy. You were lazy. You put everything off at the very last minute.
Who got promoted? Me. So
Yeah, because you were the less laziest person in the entire office.
There just wasn't a lot to do. So
There was plenty to do.
There was not. Maybe from your end because you were always busy, but from my end, I was not busy all the time.
It's a miracle that you got a lot done compared to the other people.
I know, really. I'm watching the Marvel Universe movies. Like
you'd have your cookie game off to the side.
There, when you told me about BuzzFeed Unsolved or Paranormal, or what was it?
Both.
Okay, yeah. You told me about that. I got through every single season in about 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And still got my work done somehow.
Yeah.
I love that job.
Sometimes I wasn't allowed to watch movies because of the capacity of my job.
That sucks. I was.
Good for you.
I like that job. I miss that job. But when I sent you those videos for the Battlebot thing, it was like that's when they were being aired in like the finals and stuff.
Mhm.
So that's why I was watching them a lot. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. Never realized until now that you were just, oh yeah, that's so cool, and never even looked at it.
I looked at the thumbnail and it looked intense. So I was like, okay, cool.
It is intense.
Yeah, that's why I said cool.
I would love to do that. We need to have an Intersint sponsored Battlebot.
Can we do that? Like just enter the contest?
I think. But to get on TV, you need to like, from what I understand, you need to have this whole presentation about your robot and like what its name is and how it works, and they choose you to be on the show.
If anyone is interested in robotics and wants a future in robotics or is taking a high school robotics class, please email us and we would love to talk to you about building a Battlebot.
There is one in the one Discord server I just sent you to.
Do you want to put that idea in there?
I have already talked to this person about it.
Oh, really?
Because they were saying how they finally got the robot put together and like, interesting, you're into robotics. So I messaged them and I'm like, so what is this competition for that you're building a robot for? It is apparently like a cheap Battlebot thing where like you're only allowed to spend like $25 to build your robot and all this stuff. So I'm like, did you ever want to build a Battlebot?
What did they say?
Maybe in the future, but right now that's not on their plan.
Aw.
But I'm like, I want to build one.
That's why I'm putting it out there. We're getting feelers.
Teach me how. Hey, they do have like micro Battlebot competitions.
But you don't want to do micro.
No, but that's a good start to like get the basics, and I'll do that and then lose and then cry and then start over again.
There you go. If anyone wants to lose with us, please message us. Thank you.
The Intersint sponsored Battlebot tournament of 2025.
Ooh, we should do that.
That'd be cool. One day.
If we have enough fans, we should just have them do Battlebots against each other, and whoever wins just gets a shout out on the show.
That's it. Wow.
We don't have money right now.
We know you spent thousands to build this robot. Here's a shout out.
Fine, we will send you something.
You know how we always talk about whenever we leave something like high school, we leave the high school and then they get an upgrade to the high school.
Yep, every single year it's happened to me.
Same with me. When I left elementary school, they got an upgraded jungle gym and like park to play in. When I left high school, they did an upgraded, I think, gym and football field and like all this other cool stuff within the building.
Yep.
So we had to do this thing in college where we had to build a potato gun, which is fine. But then I go back for like this like it's an alum like get together thing.
Oh, okay.
You want to know what they do now?
Instead of the potato gun?
Instead of the potato gun?
What?
Battlebots. And I was so mad when I saw that. I go into the one room, there's a cage thing with like all these other traps and stuff. I'm like, what's this? They're like, oh yeah, this is where we do our Battlebot tournament. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me?
Where was this, you bitch?
Apparently it happened like 2 years after I left. I'm like, why? Why is it? How do I have the worst timing on all this stuff?
That's like with our school too. Like when I left 7th grade, we got upgraded the year after. They got upgraded laptops. when I was in my junior year of high school, they started tearing down the school to rebuild it.
Yep.
And completely torn by summer of junior year. By senior year, we started going into the new school. And by the time I left, they got architecture, computer science, engineering, like all these different courses that sets you on a path in college that actually prepares you.
Yep.
I got so mad.
I needed this.
I went to college stupid. I didn't know shit. Like, I would have loved to take an architecture or computer science.
Oh, yeah. I think about that all the time of how, like, computer science would have been so cool to...
Yeah.
Well, then again, I think that's me now, but back then, I was like, oh, what is this nerdy shit? But now I'm like, okay, I probably should have learned that.
What is this nerdy shit? It makes sense coming from you because you were a bully in school.
I was not. I was bullied.
You were bullied in high school. You were the bully in elementary school.
Oh, in elementary, yeah. Elementary school. Maybe that was just karma in high school then.
Good. You deserved it. You got what was coming to you for making that kid cry.
I got put in my place. I got in trouble a lot in elementary school.
This is why I was gonna say that we should bring your dad onto this show.
I really don't know how much, like, even they're aware of this. Surprisingly, a lot of the bad stuff was at the Catholic school, so I don't know what that says.
That makes sense considering who you are now. You just wanted to defy God any chance you got.
I guess that all tracks for how I turned out.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the more we do this, and the more I think back to old stories like that, I'm like, oh god, I don't want to talk.
See,
about
I don't have stories like that because I wasn't like you.
You were a good little kid.
I was.
Except for, what did you do on a train once?
Oh, do we want to get into that?
We'll save it for next time.
Okay.
Little
sneak preview of next episode.
Yeah. Cliffhanger for the next episode. All right, so that's gonna do it. If you like that episode, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Go follow our YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram over at Intersint Pod, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.